Here I am. Sorry. I'm Andrea Monteverdi. Welcome back to FRL. There was some technical problems from my side. Sorry about that. We're back. So I'll be able to cover for you those last final 4 minutes of racing action here at Hungaroring. Remember, round 6 of the MULTICLASS First Day Championship. And to do a quick recap, Brandon Glover is leading with over 40 seconds ahead of Andrea Candari, dominated force by the British man after Andrea Marcella, the dominant force in GT3, has passed to PC and with no more race in this championship. Glover will lead Candari, Valderosa will take third place because he holds 4.2 seconds over Jack Prentice, but the fight now is all in the GT4 class because Luca Mantero and Kenzo Codoneso are now close to each other, fighting for first position in the GT4 class because Luca Mantero, after taking pole position, it looked like he was about to take another victory with a gap that was about 4 seconds over the Belgian, but Kenzo, thanks also to the lap cars and the passing of the GT3, managed to recover the gap and now is here fighting for the race victory. It's an important duel for the GT4 category because it is the driver who won all the first races and looked like on a way to easy title against the current championship leader. As Kenzo Codoneso tries to watch for the inside, Luca Mantero moves defensively, even though it's no use for now. Meanwhile, Brandon Glover is there. I think there will be 2 laps left for both Codoneso, Mantero, and also Puletti, who joined them. And also, let's say, Brandon Glover will pass them and will have time for another lap. Drive through clear for car number 15, Massimo Beltrame, who said goodbye to all the hopes for a top 5 finish. Look at this, Mantero and Codoneso really biting the curb of the chicane, turn 6 and 7. Pit window closed, but that's not their affair. They only want to take the race until the checkered flag to fight for the victory in the GT4 class, while now Puletti let Brandon Glover through. The GT3 leader has arrived in the scene of both Mantero and Codoneso. We'll see what will Glover do. We're trying the outside. That's a bold move for the Britman on the Ford Mustang. Hopefully there will be no contact. Codoneso will let him through, and now Glover will move ahead on the inside of Luca Mantero, and maybe Codoneso will try on the inside, taking the opportunity of the blue flags. A final lap for Luca Mantero, but let's see now between Luca Mantero and Kenzo Codoneso as they are fighting for first place in the GT4 class. But Mantero still has some advantages with the McLaren top speed. Codoneso trying everything, but it goes almost off the white line. Luca Mantero for now holding on brilliantly, I must say. But Kenzo Codoneso really doing his best, pushing in the corners to try to have one last chance to attack Luca Mantero, to try to take the race victory in the GT4 class. Luca Mantero really biting the curb. And who knows, maybe Marco Poletti will have some surprises too at the end of the race. But Luca Mantero so far has done a brilliant job. Mantero, Codoneso separated by just a few tenths of a second as they enter the final sector. Oh, someone went off in the exit of final turn. It's Molechik who manages to restart. They will lose a couple of places there will be no concern. Brandon Glover is close to another race victory. Luca Montero will have to hold on for just a couple of corners. Codoneso will try to throw him everything. Not in turn 14. We'll have one last chance in turn 14. Let's see if we'll manage to do so. But it seems to me that it's a little bit too far away. Brandon Glover takes the checkered flag. It takes a well-deserved victory in the GT3 class. But look at the final stretch in the GT4. Luca Montero covering the inside. Codoneso trying to take the safety. But it's Montero who takes another victory in GT4. But what a battle with Codoneso, decided by just 239 thousandths of a second. Codoneso will take, however, a great second place, valid for the championship. Meanwhile, Glover takes a dominant victory in Hungaroring in round 6 of the multi-class first day, ahead of Andrea Candari. Riccardo De Rosa finishing third, ahead of Jack Prentice. There we'll see now really incredible fight there also as well, with Tucker being held up by the GT4 class, one of which almost lost, and Tucker had for a top 5 position ahead of the Zere Silvestri. What a fantastic finish also as well. Domenico Russo will finish 8th ahead of Lashod and Stefano Giardelli, the Boston Molenic, Marco Lido, Gordon Brown in P14, and over the P15. Then after Montero Codoneso put in the GT4, we have Pospisil, Liti, Sharpe, Graves, Gerbino, Keller, Beltrame. Then we have Laming, who will finish P26 overall, Hunt, Sebastien, and Smith, who will take P29. And also will be the last one to cross the checker flag. And so, what a fantastic race we have seen, ladies and gentlemen. And luckily I managed to cover the last minutes because we could have missed what would have been a final battle with really thrilling about Luca Montero and Kenzo Codoneso. But all the glory in the GT3 class will be held over to Brandon Glover. So, after reminding ourselves that the next race will be held at Mezzano in 1 week time. The next week we'll be heading to Rimini and to the Adriatico Riviera. This is your orders, race order for round 6 at Hungaroring. Brandon Glover wins in the GT3 class ahead of Andrea Candari De Rosa. Then Prentice, Tucker, Desert, Silvestri, Russo, Lashod, Giannelli, Poston, Moledi, Glino, Brown, and Overland. While in the GT4 class it is Luca Montero to add the best of Kenzo Codoneso for first place in the class. Then with Poletti rounding up the podium in the GT4. Then Vasa Popsi again fourth. Alessandro Litti, Hudson Sharpe, Greaves, Gerbino, Keller, Beltrame, Laming, Hunt, Sebastian Smith, with Coppens and Lawson. Tirena, Bettison, Van der Sloot did not manage to complete their race alongside the Mutter, who did not manage even to start it. And that's all for tonight. Thank you for joining us on Formula Racing League TV YouTube channel. If you want to support us, remember, subscribe to our channel, leave a like, and support us on our Patreon channel. This is Andrea Mattavelli from Budapest. It's all, and wish you a very good evening. See you next time. Good night.